Hi, Linda Bowen here from StampingWithLinda.com, your cardiologist since 1997, helping you create cards from the heart. It's Friday, so tip and technique video, and today I want to share some tips and techniques in using the split card texture dies. Now these dies are a standalone die, meaning they're not part of a bundle. You can find them in the back of the catalog, the new annual catalog, and I think they're very easy to miss. That's why the last couple weeks I have been focusing on tips and techniques with the standalone dies. Now I've got these dies and I have a piece of the gold foil. This measures 4 inches by 5 1/4, and I have a piece of our adhesive sheet. This measures a 1/16 inch smaller, so it's 3 15/16 by 5 and what would that be? 2/16 or 3/16. So I just want a little bit of a break so that in case I go to put it on wrong, that I don't have any of my adhesive sheet hanging off the edge, because then that sticks to my plates of my Stamp and Cut and Emboss machine. Now you can with these dies use the multi-purpose glue too, but I think the best way to use this is with the adhesive sheets. Now you have on your adhesive sheets divide lines. Now this is where you pull the adhesive off. So you want to take the solid side, and I'm going to take my Pick-a tool and pull up the backing. You've seen that I took my I see I didn't do a really good job. I want to take that bone folder and really kind of burnish. That helps make the adhesive stick to the paper that it's supposed to be sticking to. So we're going to just pull this off. And then we are going to lay it on top of the back of that gold foil. Again, we've got a little wiggle room because I did make it a 1/16 smaller. So just kind of pull that down. See if the next sheet is going to come off. It's not, but it's not a problem. If you just once you get that first one off, you can just roll it right down on the back of your paper. And finally the final one here. And next what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay those dies right on top like so, and I'm going to run them through my Stamp and Cut and Emboss. Now I think it's best to take Post-it notes. You could also use our masking sheets and tape it down, because we want to make sure that it doesn't move. Since we're using both of them, we don't have a lot of wiggle room. Make sure I've got those where I want them. Grab another one, and then I'm just going to take it over to my Stamp and Cut and Emboss machine and run it through. I'll be right back. Now what I am finding with our new dies is that they cut very well. And all those little pieces, remember when we used to have another company making our dies, we had issues with all the little pieces not popping out. Well, they pop out very well now. So I'm just going to bring it over here. Pull that off my sheet. And when you release the back paper, a lot of your pieces are going to come off. Now when you pull this back, again, I like taking that embossing folder, and if you just kind of run over it, it helps loosen those pieces. Not all of them will come off with one pull. So we're just going to grab that piece and pull it up. I like when they stick to the backing sheet You can see not all of them are, but that's okay, because you can just go in with your Pick a tool and just punch them out. Now, a suggestion, when you're pushing them out, push them away from the adhesive back, because if you push them this way, then they're going to stick to your adhesive back, and you don't want that to happen. So just kind of push those out. I'm not going to bore you with that. I'm going to show you the card sample I did. Like I said, I saved these pieces. I put it mounted on a piece of basic black. I left some of the pieces in just to give it a different look. And then I took the images that I cut out, took a piece of basic black and just put them on the inside. You can also take your envelope and decorate it with these pieces. Just makes it a little bit more elegant. Here it is with the Flowering Fields Designer Series paper. I just used one of the dies and cut the Designer Series paper out, mounted it behind an evening evergreen piece of cardstock. Sorry, my sinuses are still not doing well. Here I took both of the dies, like I did when I was showing you how to adhesive, and cut out the Designer Series paper. So I kind of like that look. And here it is with Designer Series paper, just one side again. Now the half, when you only use one, it only cuts out half of that paper. It can either be put at the top or the bottom. I used the Designer Series paper in the 2022-2024 in color, and then mounted the white behind it. So kind of like that, it's tone on tone, but just another great look using those dies. So I hope I've been able to share a couple tips and techniques with you. Thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.